Okay, continuing on. My battery actually died last time, sorry about that. But just finishing on that flake thing, do not think you can save a couple of dollars of shipping or whatever and try to buy some flakes at the store. They won't work. Betas won't eat them. And mine are cheaper even with the shipping than they're going to be at the store anyway. So you got to use the baby brine shrimp decapsulated eggs for the first roughly 2 weeks, then wean them off onto my flake, and then they can stay on that until they're adults, until their mouths are big enough to handle granules. And as soon as their mouths are big enough to handle granules when they're full-blown adults, then you can just give them the premium adult food for the rest of their lives. Let's see, a couple of things here. Okay, betas, like I said, everything you're going to see and read on the internet about betas is complete bullshit. Tune it out, don't buy it. It's just one idiot copying another idiot's crap. So, on a lot of the beta articles and whatever, videos, whatever, a lot of the beta info out there says that betas are the easiest fish in the world to breed. That's true, as in regards to if you're thinking of, if your definition of breeding is just laying eggs into a bubble nest. But when it comes, upon further research, you'll learn quickly that betas are the hardest fish, bar none, in the world. Of every single freshwater species fish on the planet, they're the hardest to raise successfully to adulthood. So they're actually the hardest fish to breed on the face of the planet, not the easiest. They're just the easiest to get the eggs to be laid. So, okay, let's see. I wrote a couple notes here so I could finish. Before I get to that, though, I can use a couple of glass tanks in here. I shouldn't, but I can, just because I heat the entire room. You'll see the room is like 96 degrees, 97 degrees. And, oh, speaking of that, let me finish. Okay, so I can get away with it a little bit because I don't have heaters in the tanks. The entire room is a flat temperature no matter what. But in a glass tank, even with a heater in it, it doesn't work. There's too much up and down temperature spikes, and it's very, very bad for fry. A lot of them will die. If any even live, they'll be underdeveloped. They won't mature right. It's just a nightmare. So do not breed in glass. Whatever you do, breed in plastic. Trust me, I have over 2,000 glass tanks. It's not because I can't afford the glass and I'm saving money and I'm buying cheap plastic buckets. I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm renowned around the world for being the best breeder of the best betas on the planet, and I'm the most successful breeder on the planet. The most successful beta breeders on Earth are only getting 40 to 50% survival rate. I have an 85% survival rate. That is literally double, more than double, the best breeders in the world. And the reason why is a lot of these things that I'm telling you now that you might be shaking your head at because you've never heard them before. The absolute biggest one, number one rule, do not fucking breed in glass tanks. Breed in your 5-gallon bucket. I know you get a better view and it's prettier in the glass tank, but do you want a good view, honestly, or do you want your fish to survive? I want my fry to survive, and I'm sure you do too. So for the love of God, do not breed in glass tanks. Breed in a plastic 5-gallon bucket. Why? Because it works the best, not because it's cheap. Okay, the other thing you need to know, remember how I said everything you're going to hear on the web and from other people is bullshit? One of the biggest bullshit things out there is to remove the female, which is true. Remove the female as soon as the last egg is laid. That's correct. You always need to remove the female the minute the last egg is laid. But everyone else tells you to leave the male in there until the free swimming stage, and they'll say that the male has to be there to pick up the eggs from the bottom and put them back and all kinds of stupid shit. But you immediately move the female upon the last egg being laid, and you want to give the male about 20 minutes, no more than 30, after you remove the female, and you want to remove your male. You'll hear lots of stupid shit like, oh, males will eat the infertile eggs. That's not true. Yes, there's some egg eaters that eat all the eggs. but all males will snack on a couple of eggs, and by leaving them in there, you're losing more and more eggs over time. And first of all, unless you disturb the water somehow, not one single egg will fall out in the first 24 hours. And if they fall out after that, any egg that's laying on the bottom of the tank that didn't hatch, it didn't not hatch